இப்ப நான் பேசட்டுமா?
Good morning, participants. Um, Good morning, sir. I hope Isai Amudan sir is present here.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Maria ma'am, are you there, ma'am?
Yeah, we are
Yes,
together.
both of us.
Yeah, okay. I thought she'll be coming separately. That's why we were like waiting for some time.
No.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We'll start the program, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
A ray of light is a ray of hope. A radiant morning to all dignitaries, guests, and delegates with great joy and immense exultation. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all presented here. Creative writing is the overflow of emotion into action. We take much pride in announcing that this international conference on creative writing, organized by PG and Research Department of English, Velala College for Women, and Pachyderm Tales, is successfully stepping into its third day with the cooperation of all staff members and participants.
Prayer helps in manifesting the energy from universe, providing wisdom. We request Miss Devi Shri to seek the blessings of God.
ஒருத்தி மகனாய் பிறந்து ஓரிரவில் ஒருத்தி மகனாய் ஒளித்து வளர தருகிலனாகித்தான் தீங்கு நினைந்த கருத்தை பிழைப்பித்து கஞ்சன் வயிற்றின் நெருப்பென நின்ற நெடுமாலே உன்னை கருத்து வந்தோம் பறை கருதி ஆகி திருத்தக செல்வமோ சேவகமோ யாம் பாடி திருத்தக செல்வமோ சேவகமோ யாம் பாடி வருத்தமோ தீர்ந்து மகிழ்ந்தேலோரெம்பாவாய் வருத்தமு தீர்ந்து மகிழ்ந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய்.
Thank you. To introduce our enthusiastic chief guest, we request Madam Miss A.R. Vidya, Assistant Professor, PG and Research Department of English. Please, ma'am.
A very pleasant morning to one and all present here. Today, I'm extremely overwhelmed to give an introduction about our chief guests, Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan, Associate Professor and Head, Department of English, Queen Mary's College, Chennai, and Mr. Isai Amudan, musician and guitarist, who are here with us to render a combined session on Finding Your Voice as a Poet. Strength and augmentation come only through incessant perseverance, struggle, and indomitable will. Here we have such an interpret, dexterous, diligent luminary who is none other than Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan, an Associate Professor and Head, Department of English, Queen Mary's College, Chennai. In addition to her responsibility as HOD, she also serves as coordinator for add-on courses to be implemented in 22 government arts and science colleges. Her doctoral research was on the life writings of Australian, Aboriginal, Indian, Dalit, and Adivasi women with a focus on their empowerment. Her research proposal for her doctoral research secured the Endeavour Award for the year 2006, sponsored by Department of Education, Science and Training, Government of Australia. She received this award from the Prime Minister of Australia, Mr. John Howard, on his visit to India. Under aegis of the award, she was a visiting scholar at the School English, Media and Performance Studies in University of New South Wales, Sydney till October 2007. She received the Australia-India Council Fellowship in 2008. She has traveled to Australia and Europe in relation to her academic work and has published in various reputed international journals. She has edited a collection of papers published in the volume on multiculturalism and the social fabric in Australia, America, and India, published by Emerald Publishers. She is also a creative writer. A few of her poems have been published in of Indian origin, Writings from Australia in 2018. She is also a visiting professor at the Austrian Research Center for Transcultural in Vienna and collaborating with the Center on Research project titled Ethnicity and Hegemony. Apart from her interest in literature, Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan is a passionate educationist. She was on deputation to the Tamil Nadu State Council for Higher Education from 2015 to 2016, where she conducted many faculty development workshops. Even after back to her parent institution, Queen Mary's College, she continues to be involved with Tansky projects and publications. She is also the academic coordinator and editor of the professional English and communicative English textbooks prepared by Tansky. Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Here we have one such dazzling, versatile performer who is greatly considers the word music as the soul of life, is none other than our chief guest, Mr. S.I. Amudan. He is a sterling musician, excellent guitarist and composer, upcoming cine music director and music producer. He educated the fundamental concepts of singing and playing music to the children of the Velamal International School, Chennai, as a music educator and live band mentor. He was the patron of Western Music Club in Queen Mary's College, Chennai, and also a tutor in music language and a minstrel in Education Private Limited. Giving soulful welcome is our undying tradition of our culture. Now I wholeheartedly invite our chief guest to take up the session. Please, madam and sir.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank all of you for inviting us, the Department of English of the Velala College. We are very, very happy to be here amongst you all, giving this session about finding your voice as a poet. I'm very happy, and I'm having a very happy moment here, sharing the conference stage with ma'am, and I'm very, very honored, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And I'm S.I. Amudan. I'm from Minstrels in Education Private Limited. Minstrels in Education is a private concern we formed with a bunch of people who had common interests in theater, music, and play. So in Minstrels in Education, we focus on creative approaches to transforming the children into potential creative communicators, writers, and artists, musicians, and whatnot, ma'am. So we accept invitations from colleges for workshops and other stuff like that, and that we take care of Minstrels in Education. And apart from that, I'm very, very proud to say that I'm the patron of Western Music Club in English Department of Queen Mary's College. We're very proud to say that under the guidance of ma'am, we've been conducting some sessions called Sing Along, and that has been very successful. And ma'am, would you like to say something?
Yes, I think one of the best things that has happened to me in life is meeting Isai Amudan, who is like a son to me, because he was introduced to me by my student. So Isai has that place in my life. And it is a meeting of minds and meeting of musical souls, and literally souls, coming to think of it, because both of us we work in sync, the music and the poetry. So whether Isai is a poet and a songwriter, or whether I am a poet and so more of a poet and songwriter, it's like 60-40. So one comes from music to poetry, and the other comes from poetry to music, and that confluence is there in our work, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, ma'am.
So we will come later to our conversation, compositions. We'll talk about that later. But you mentioned sing along and learn English.
Yes.
At Queen Mary's College, we have a fortnightly event called Sing Along and Learn English. So we use the song as a text. So the text lends itself to some items of language learning. It could be learning tense. It could be the use of connectives like however, moreover. It could be the use of similes. It could be a text could be rich in idioms. So depending on what the text lends itself to, we highlight that, and Isai and I work together, and we teach students English through songs. And this is a fortnightly activity that we've been having maybe for more than 6 months now.
Yes, ma'am.
And the results are amazing because always informal learning, is enjoyable and experiential learning. So when you do something, when you learn by doing, we learn more. And students will agree with me that learning outside the classroom is fun, right? So this is what we do, Isai,
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
we?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Helping kids to enjoy learning.
Yes, ma'am. That was more about the language, but in today's session we are playing on a different pitch. I think we are heading towards finding your voice in as a poet, and this is all about creative writing, composing songs and stuff. So can you talk more about it, ma'am?
Yeah, actually, what informed this title, finding your voice as a poet and songwriter, is a lot about the journey that we have had together as friends. Because I get inspired, and I'm not a musician. Okay, I can sing. I'm not very good with the
Ma'am,
instrument.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but ma'am has been an excellent songwriter. She has all knowledge in music. She can play the guitar. She's just being humble, ma'am. Sorry.
So my strength is, thank you, Said. My strength is composing the lyrics, all right? And it so happens that I am able to give it a tune, and I just, on my mobile itself, I record my voice and send it to Isai, and it becomes a very appealing piece because he brings in a whole lot of instruments into it, and there is a wonderful composition which actually takes me by surprise. So one thing probably you as a musician and me as a songwriter share is, and you from music and me from literature, it's about both music and literature are about rhyme, rhythm.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
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 So rhythm is definitely something that we have, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Rhythm.
So maybe you can share what you have,
Yeah,
all your reflections on rhythm.
Yeah. I've just made a PPT for it. I just share it with them. So, starting off with rhythm and meter, and to first understand what rhythm is. Rhythm is one of the basic elements of music, man. So we know already. So rhythm is the main the elementary part of the music, that's where all the other instruments and vocals, harmonies, everything sit. So music has three elements. One is rhythm, one is harmony, and one is melody. So rhythm is, to keep it very simple, it's a repeating pattern. It keeps repeating. Just imagine if you were listening to a song and you hear this drums or something behind, like it keeps repeating, right? So that's a rhythm for you. That's very simple way to put it. And it's, in general, it's the order of movement, like of the beats. So, and the next is harmony. Harmony is like when two or more notes work together, and by playing it on a same instrument or different instrument as given here. So, like if imagine this note. This is a different note. These three are different notes. When played together, they sound in harmony. No, it just blends and gives you a beautiful sound. This is a harmony. Like when people can sing together and make a harmony. Like you want to continue? Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Baltimore. Take me home, country roads. Very nice. Thank you, ma'am. So, ma'am was singing a different tune. I was singing a different tune, and it kind of gelled with each other, and it sounded in harmony. That's harmony, basically. So two or more notes played together or heard. It's basically hearing two notes if someone's singing or playing, something like that. So that's harmony for you guys. And melody is succession of pitches in rhythm to define it. But I can simply tell you what a melody is. Melody is the tune. You can consider it as a tune, like the example that we just came across. The tune is "Country roads take me home to the place where I belong." So there is a melody in it. I'm like ta 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 ta. So that's melody. So yeah, we will move on to the next slide. So, coming to rhythm, why we are looking at rhythm more than anything is because that's one thing very common in poetry and in songwriting. So there should be a rhythm. Like rhythm is not just for music. Even artists have rhythm. Architects have rhythm. Their structures, their buildings have rhythm. If you look at it, there is a rhythm in their buildings. If you, it's more artistic, man. So rhythm is not just in music; it's also in your life. So, and yeah, rhythm is the indispensable element in music. Like only with rhythm, like only with the sound of drums, people can enjoy. People can be happy. Like you must have seen the tribes in Africa. They play a lot of this drums, percussion instrument, and they're as a whole, that itself is enough for them. They are enjoying that beat, and that's one that element is more than enough in music. Like you can always make a song out of just rhythm, like just So yeah, rhythm can exist independently because it doesn't need any support from melody or harmony. Like with just plain beats, you can see people dancing on the roads. You might have seen people dancing for the beats and stuff. And yeah, so melody and harmony cannot exist without a rhythm because they are built on certain time, on certain rhythm. Over the rhythm, they are built. here and there, by extending a few notes or cutting down or resting at some time. They cannot function. They cannot exist without rhythm. So to understand rhythm, you might need to just know about a beat. A beat is like a division of a musical time. Like, to make it very uh, clear, I can I can show you one other example. So yeah. So what is a beat? A beat is a stress on certain counts, certain time. So let's take this example. This is a simple 4/4 rhythm, what we call 4/4 time signature. You might be able to see the drums. So this is a 4/4 rhythm, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's your rhythm of the drums. And that's one example for rhythm. And let's get back to the presentation. So we've just seen the example of a beat, a rhythm, beat, and time signature. Time signature is nothing but 4 beats in a 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In one bar, there is 4/4. It's like stressing at every fourth count, like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. That's time. That's your time signature. And we'll talk more about meter. Ma'am, would you want to talk about meter? Then later I can.
Maybe a bit about rhyme. You wanted to demonstrate it?
Yeah, I wanted to. But,
Yeah, you can go.
Can I? Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay. So I'll show this example with a basic tune for you to understand how you can also think of writing songs in a rhythm, not just songs, even poem. Poem can have a rhythm, right? So that's a simple tune that I made for this event. Just a simple example. It's like ta da ta. So it was like the ta da ta 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 ta. I'll substitute that tune melody. That's the melody. I'll substitute that melody with a simple line. Say, I don't know what to talk about this. Yes, ma'am. So see, I can fit that line into this tune. See. I don't know what to talk about this. This is on a 4/4 rhythm. Like, I don't know what to talk about. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So that's a 4/4 rhythm. The same tune and the same lines can sound different in other time signatures.
Can I interrupt?
Yes, ma'am.
You say. So as I said, Issei is coming from music to the lyrics, and I go from the lyrics to the music. So suppose I say a sentence, that's the way I feel. Okay, that's the way I feel. So this sentence, that's the way I feel, has its natural rhythm. And to me, the tune that comes to my mind, that lends itself automatically to me is, that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel.
Yeah, that's
the
one.
way I feel. So, students and listeners, so I just would like encourage you to orient yourself to recognizing the natural rhythms, okay, of every utterances.
Yeah. Okay. So that was on a 4/4 normal 4 beats in a bar, a 4/4 time signature. 1, 2, 3. The same tune can sound completely different, or you can make it sound different in other time signatures, like one other example is 3/4 time, like 3/4 time signature. Like 3/4 is nothing but 3 beats in a bar. Like we are stressing on every 3 counts. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The students might actually know this song in Tamil, ma'am. There's one song, it's called Kannana Kanne, Kannana Kanne, something like that. In a singing. So that is a 3/4. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So we've seen an example, right, for 4/4. We'll now see this same notes. It sounds different. So what I can do, I don't know how to talk about this. I don't know what to talk about this. I don't know what to talk about this. See, this is a different rhythm. The same lyrics, the same space, the same line length. It could sound different. Like, you can put it in different rhythms. That's my point. And you want me to show the last example? Yeah. Okay. So I'll just show the last example. These are simple rhythms, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But there are complex rhythms. Like, for instance, Indian rhythms. Some of them, like 7/8. 7/8 is not 7 is not a even number, and it's not like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 7/8 can be split into 4/3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. So let's take this example. Same lyrics, same tune, more or less. Check this out. See this beat? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I don't know how to talk about this. Got it? So yeah, so that's the examples to make you understand what a rhythm is. I hope that helped. And ma'am, what about you, ma'am? What is rhythm and meter for you?
Yeah, I mean, from a very technical point of view, when we study literature, we have iambic, trochaic, canipestic, so many things. So basically, they are cadences of speech and expression. And well, I'd just like to go to rhyme in
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when we, so this session is about finding your voice as a poet and songwriter. So I just wanted to tell you that, this is a session where we want to motivate you to find your voice as a poet and songwriter. And it's not like a do it yourself, the DIY you get on the YouTubes. 5 steps to being a songwriter. It doesn't happen that way. It happens with a lot of listening, a lot of exposure. So the more you read poetry and the more you listen to songs, that's your stepping stone to being a composer. So I do remember this writer, Dr. Inez Baronet, who visited us from Australia. And she had this workshop on creative writing. But in her workshop, she emphasized one thing. If you want to be a writer, you have to be a reader. Okay? So if you want to be a music composer, you have to be listening to a lot of music. If you want to write poetry, you have to read a lot of poetry. So, your poetic voice, you may write a poem and then someone will say that this poem or what you have written has some resemblance to another poem. Why not? Why not? Okay, technically we call it intertextuality. There is no original text in the world. There is no original text.
It's like a language.
Yes, all texts are contributions from other texts. Okay, so if someone says that your work is not 100% original and there's some influence from somewhere, there's no need to be ashamed of it, because we are all a confluence of influences.
Yeah.
Right. So now let us think about rhyme. Okay. So if you can we play a song which has okay, what about Jack and Jill went up the hill? So can you sing that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we sing it?
No, you can just...
Okay, you recite it, right? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. So water after, they rhyme. And then Jill and he write any 4 lines with
Sure. So, yeah, I can show an example.
yes.
Yeah, I'll let me show you an example of
Song with rhyme.
song with rhyme. Like it's just a song written by a band called Iron Maiden. It's a British band, and why I chose this is because this is based on Tennyson's poem, "The Charge of the Light Brigade."
Okay.
So the thing is, that poem tells you about the war, right? And I don't know. It's up to the reader to tell what to understand what the meaning is. But I feel that the poet was conveying like the instance, the after effects of war.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So this is one song like that. This is a heavy song, so you might have to, excuse the loudness and sound. I'll just play the song. A little loud, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll share the. So I'll just keep it up. small little instrumental. I'll skip that. I'll get to the verse 3. So that's the song. I kind of
Excellent.
yeah. So I kind of rushed through the instrumental parts to talk about the lyrics. So you might have noticed that there is a pattern in this kind of writing.
Yeah, could we give them a small exercise?
Yes.
So could you write just 4 lines which rhyme? Maybe I'll give you a simple example which I have written. There was once a farmer who wanted the world to be greener, so that
I have it. Yeah.
Okay. There was once a farmer who wanted the world to be greener, so that the kids could be stronger and our world much cleaner. So very, very simple, right? So we'll just take a short break and maybe we'll be silent and give them time.
Sure.
And we'd like to hear from you. Please share with us your compositions. Yes, Swarnalata ma'am, would people be able to give us, to interact with us?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. We'll just make.
You guys can be free and just come up with something simple. It's not necessary you have to think. Whatever you get in mind, please.
So we've just asked the students to prepare, sir. Just give them some time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So excuse me, sir. I hope you're there.
Yes, ma'am.
So one of our students have she itself has written and composed a small song. Her name is Immaculate Jency.
Yeah,
She likes to share her thing.
yeah, please,
work.
please.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yes, Immaculate Jency, we're looking forward.
Yes, ma'am. At first time I saw you there. At first time when I'm being lonely. At first time you came around me. By the first time my eyes were stuck on you.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
Your voice,
Thank you, ma'am.
voice also.
So this is the contemporary way of writing songs and poems. Like they use one letter that keeps repeating, one word that keeps repeating over and over. That creates like a hook, ma'am. So what happens at first time, da, 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 at first time, da, 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 first time, da, 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 da. Can you share the lyrics, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, of course.
You can chat. You can
Put in
just
the
put
chat
in the
box
chat.
also.
Small.
Jency, probably if you sing, Sir can
No.
start strong for you. But won't the sing for you?
Ma'am, should she type it out or should she sing, ma'am?
Type in the chat box.
Type and
Yes,
then
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
sing it one more time. So
Then he can sing it and play it.
Yeah, sure, sure.
she might have. Might be
Or Jency, you can tell us, we'll write it down.
Yeah.
Jency?
Yes, ma'am. I'm almost completed, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
For you.
பரவாயில்ல சொல்லுங்க. just say it. We'll write it down.
We can just type it on a slide.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's just getting a bit nervous, ma'am. That's what.
Oh no. You don't need to get.
Yeah,
nervous.
yeah.
We are-
Yeah, she sent it, ma'am.
Just copy it.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
No.
at this time, the first time. Can you?
Yeah. And first time I saw you there. Sorry. Yeah. No, I
saw
you there.
you
There.
there.
At first time
First time.
when we know first time again.
First time
You came around me,
you came.
and in the end, by the first time,
First time.
my eyes were struck
My-
on you.
On.
Yes. So
Share the screen and let her see. Share the screen, let her see.
yes. So this is more contemporary, man. What do you think?
Yeah. Yes, Jency, now can you sing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Shall I, ma'am?
Yeah, please.
At first time I saw you there. At first time when I'm being lonely. At first time you came around me. By the first time my eyes were stuck on you.
Very nice. Very
So,
nice.
Varun, can you
Thank you.
It's like at first time I saw you there. At first time, at first time you came around. By the first time, struck on you. Something like that. I'm not familiar. Very
Okay.
nice. Very good.
nice, Jency.
This is a very contemporary way of writing, because at first time, that only catches the attention of a listener, and in the instead of rhyming words, this also is a way of writing, man. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
So yes, so
Good.
We were focusing on rhyme, but Jency's mind was actually on a parallel track maybe, and she was composed something modern without a rhyme. So anyhow, so rhyme of course is obvious, and we'll move on to the next aspect.
the meter.
Finding. Do you have to say something?
Yeah,
about meter. Yes.
Yeah. So Jency, how did you How did you make a tune out of this lyrics? You made the tune and you made the song, or you wrote the song, or what did you do?
So I usually write poems,
Okay.
and in my UG, I had a project on creative writing. So I just started writing poems, and I don't know how it came, but all of a sudden I just wrote that, and me and my brother used to sing along in church, in choirs. I was singing. So I just wrote, and we just made a composing of our own.
Oh, you have the song. You have the song
Yes,
done,
sir.
recorded,
Yes,
and like an independent song.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. So how did you get this into that? Like for example, if there was a tune, ta 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 ta, that if there is a tune, and if you start writing for the tune, then you might need to be within the meter. That's in terms of music, like from a composer or a musician's point of view, man. And you can also take a poem and make a song out of it, but you have to fit that into a particular rhythm and a meter, right? So let's just go through the presentation again. So yes, meter. Meter means organizing music in time, as in like say if I have a 4/4 simple 3/4. What I did, I kind of fitted this into the time signature 4/4, like within the beat, like I did something like that. So that's fitting it into meter, and the number of beats in the measure. This is all very for a songwriter. I think I should skip this now. I'll just see if people could use any of this. Yeah. So in our context, correct. I already told you. So we have to make words fit to a melody, or a melody fit to words, right, man? A melody to be molded for a poem. What do you think, man?
It depends where you're coming from. If you're coming to it as a
Yeah,
musician
both
or
ways.
as a
Yeah.
writer.
Correct. So, yes, the songwriting in general. Yes, I want to talk about this, man. Poet is different, and I think songwriting. You were also discussing about it. Songwriting means writing the lyrics and the music of the song, the tune, the way it should move, deciding the rhythm of the lyrics or the poem. So I should say, ma'am is a very good songwriter, and she has done so many songs that I know personally, which sounds so good, and it's very professional. And but a poet necessarily not be a songwriter.
Yeah, I write poems, and those are not set to music. It's only after meeting Isai that I started writing songs. Okay. So before meeting Isai, I was writing a lot of only poems. Okay. So it's a different season in my life where I'm writing songs now.
So yeah, so the ability to combine words, rhythm, and music leads to an effective song. So you have to choose good words for perfect words that has proper syllables and stuff for the melody and rhythm and music that will give you a good song. Yeah, that's about meter. I'll so can we move on to the next?
So it's about finding your voice, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I wanted to ask you, ma'am, what is finding your voice as a poet, songwriter?
Okay.
What is your voice?
So finding your voice, right? So I just need to share something from my own life. Can you share that with me?
Yes, sure, ma'am.
So you must have heard that introduction about me, that I did my PhD in Australia, and my thing was a comparative study of Dalit and Adivasi women of India and Australian Aboriginal women. So the title of my thesis was their stories as sagas of empowerment. Anyhow, so basically I was looking at how they gained a voice. So if the hypothesis is, if there is a person who goes through a bad period in their lives, they don't talk about it. A rape victim doesn't talk about it. Okay, so there's silence. But if that victim is empowered, if they come to a position in their lives where they're socially, emotionally, economically empowered, they stand up and speak. Okay? And this is something that we hear in the rights of, in the context of human rights, make your voice heard. So I just got a few slides for you, which will trigger your thinking on this. So female voices, yes. And this one is various voices, London sings out. So you can see that they're trying to represent a multi-ethnic London. It's not a white, it's not homogeneous white people of different colors, brown, black, So it's a slide which says that these are different voices of people of different groups, different ethnic groups. So basically voice is about representing, okay? About speaking out. It could be in the context of protest. It could be, and obviously it's about breaking the silence, wanting to be heard. But apart from, bad experiences and injustice and seeking justice, every person has a voice. Okay? Not necessarily a voice as an animal activist, not necessarily a voice as a human rights activist, but your voice. What do we mean by your voice? Your voice is you. Okay. So I'll give you one example. You must understand that I've come to this position of speaking on this subject through so many experiences in my life, you see. There was once a forum in which a person was presenting something that I had written. Okay. a senior professor was presenting something that I had written, and I was not present at that meeting. And two other friends who were listening to her, they were nudging each other and say, "Hey, this is what Preeti has written.
Okay.
This lady is reading it." Okay, so it was so distinctive because they knew me, they knew the way I think, they know the way I write, and they said, "This is Preeti's." And then they came back to me at college and said, "Hey, what, you wrote that stuff, did you?" There was this lady who read it out. He said, "Yes, yes." So a whole group of colleagues who was listening to another person presenting what I had written could recognize my voice. So what is your voice? Your voice is you. Your voice is your signature.
Your expression, yeah.
Something that is distinctively you. Okay, that is your voice. Next slide. So another instance of where I felt that this was my voice was, I wrote this poem. The poem is Survivors. Okay, so this is not a song, this is a poem. The tale is a tether, the ancient mariner's albatross. And for those who live to tell the tale, whether it be of the Nazis, the partition, 9/11, or the 2005 tsunami, a whole life is defined by one overwhelming happening. It is the same for those whose loss has no historic name. They feel more comfortable wearing a label: abandoned, divorced, oppressed, abused. To survive is to be circumscribed. And with repeated telling, we keep in suspension the dying breath of what is dead. For those of us to whom things have happened, it's not a Himalayan endeavor to unfix that center. Dear displaced, divorced, widowed, abused, we must decide whether to live or survive. So, can you highlight these two lines? To survive and with repeated telling. Okay.
Yeah, I can.
So when I shared this poem, and with repeated telling, we keep in suspension.
To survive?
No, and with repeated telling. Yeah. What is it? After what is it? Yeah. Next of what is it? So I shared this poem with Professor Rajani. Many of you might know Professor Rajani of Madras Christian College. After retirement, he was working at the University of Madras, and he loved poetry. He said that poetry was like religion to him, and that he would read poems like people read their religious books before they go to bed. Professor Rajani would read poetry before going to sleep. And when I showed Professor Rajani this poem, he placed his finger on these lines, and with repeated telling, we keep in suspension the dying breath of what is dead. So why I'm illustrating this at this time is there is so much that goes into this poem, that is there in this poem. There's a, the whole idea is introduced. The tale is a tether. The story is like a tether, like an animal which is tethered. You have an animal which is tethered will move within that circumscribed area. So you're on a leash, okay? That's your tether. And it's like the ancient mariner's albatross. See, the albatross was around the mariner's neck and he couldn't get rid of it, okay? And for those who live to tell the tale, so especially people who have been to North India, you will find many families saying that they have their roots in Pakistan. They have their property in Pakistan, right? So somehow that story of displacement, that we don't belong here, we belong there. So whether it's the Holocaust, it happened way back, but still people are discussing the Holocaust and Hitler and everything because, or Hiroshima or Bhopal gas tragedy. So some very defining happening in a person's life, and something that immobilizes them or hurts them deeply it becomes the center of their lives, becomes the center and becomes their identity, so a whole life is defined by one overwhelming happening. And maybe these two lines also, a whole life is defined by one, need not have it. It's a whole life is defined by one overwhelming happening may also be a line which sums up the theme of the poem. And then it's, we people wear labels. They are comfortable wearing labels. I'm a divorcee. I'm a widow. I'm this. I'm that. So whatever, and they feel that that is their identity. So we need to, and the poem concludes with saying, you need to unfix that center. If are you going to live or survive? That is the thing. So if you're a survivor, you walk around with your label. If you're living, you're going to throw away those labels and get rid of that leash, get rid of that tether, right? So where Professor Rajani found my voice was, we keep in suspension the dying breath of what is dead. So now this thing, this sentence is very, I won't say complex. How can you keep in suspension the dying breath of what is dead? So it's either dead or alive.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, so you're either dead or alive. And so poetry is complex. Poetry has, we said rhyme, rhythm, meter, all these things we said is say, but poetry is economy of language. So a lot of things that you may write in an essay in a very elaborate way, which this whole thing, if it were to be a scholarly article, would take so many pages. If it were to be an essay, would go into many words. But so much has been put into a few lines, and poetry is economy of language, using words and language economically. And it's power-packed, there's punch in it. So the suspension of the dying breath. So this is a very, so you have to visualize that the dying breath is just remaining suspended. Okay? It doesn't go back to life. It doesn't proceed to death. Okay, the moment of death is just suspended.
So there's so much behind it, but put it into very, very
so
economical way.
Yeah. So this is what Professor Rajani was very drawn to, and he said, "Hey girl, you have a voice.
Okay.
Hey girl, you have a voice," and that is the compliment that I took with me that day. So in suspension, the dying breath.
So this is your voice. Basically, this is like your expression, your voice, your way of writing or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a bit nebulous. It's difficult to pin down, but I can only give it with an illustration.
Okay.
So your voice is your signature. Your voice is what creates that impact in your listener. And we know that we speak to be heard. You saw those slides. So communication is a two-way process. So when I speak and it strikes a chord in somebody, or when it resonates with somebody's experience or thinking, then the communication has taken place, right? And these are the things that are attributes of voice.
Yes. Very nice ones. It's poem also very.
So this is what voice could be, right? And definitely you have a voice. Well, you may be talking about sad or tragic experiences, but if you have the wherewithal to express it, yes, that's some strength in you. It takes some strength of some kind to express what is within you. So there is always, there is a conduit between expression and experience, between experience and expression rather. So when experience has to be translated to expression. If experience is not translated to expression, it remains bottled within you, and it may be unhealthy also. Okay? And you would agree with me that expression is very therapeutic. To express yourself is therapeutic. It is a healing. So we have to make this connection with our listeners. And what is this connection? When your listener sits upright and listens to you, when your listener feels a connect with what you say. So that connect is what is a part of voice.
So you have to first connect with the listener with your way of writing your voice. Isn't it, ma'am?
Yes.
Your voice should be in a way that when a listener is just reading or listening to your poem orally, he has to be very curious to know the rest of it, or he has to hook on.
Not that way. It means like being in sync.
Yeah.
Making that, even physics, you have this idea of resonance. They have they put the rider on the string, just like the principle of your guitar.
Yeah.
So when you tune your guitar also, you will want to look for resonance.
Yeah.
Right? So it's that resonance only that creates that harmony. Okay, that will help you to create the harmony. So this, when it resonates means you can relate to it.
So how would you, unless you write something about things that are common between you and the listener, or is it like this? He will get connected with your poem, imagining himself as you, or how?
Yeah, because we have a common humanity. So it's just the human touch.
Okay.
It's a human voice.
Yeah. So he would imagine, he would put your shoes.
Yeah, at a very simplistic level, a widow who reads the story of a widow will connect. Okay, but if you look at I worked on stories of empowerment, Aboriginal and Indian Dalit women. So the rejection there is based on grounds of caste and color. Okay, but in my life, I never experienced that kind of rejection, but maybe some other kind of rejection. So that's what drew me to that type of literature. So how the connection could be, so rejection could be something that you experience either on the grounds of color or something else, or X or Y or Z, or any rejection comes in different contexts. But rejection is the connecting point. Okay. So we are not African American people, but we like to read African American life stories. Okay. Why? Because we think we find some point of connection with them.
I can understand
Yeah.
you, ma'am. Like I like country music. I like American bands, British bands. Even though I don't belong there, it's mostly about that landscape, about their culture, about their land, about their pride, and about the way of love that they have there. Then all these things might be not familiar to me, but I still can connect. And a song definitely catches my attention if it has good lines, and I can visualize that while listening to the song.
Yeah, well, now
Visualize
that
the
you
lyrics.
mentioned country music, I was thinking of the Yellow Rose of Texas country music song. It's set in America. It's about American culture. You look at the video, it's the pop culture, whatever. But it's a story of a man who returns to his hometown from prison, and he gets a warm welcome from the girl who loves him. Okay? So, and the song is about how she accepts him and how he feels that he can definitely evolve into a better human being because of the love that this girl has for him. So whether the story is in America or in India, how does it make a difference? It doesn't. So maybe we can come to the more interesting portions of our session by having some songs. Sure. And getting into some composition. And Jency gave us a good start. Yeah. So I'm sure that we'll come up with a lot of compositions today.
Yes.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt. But many of them have put in the chat box, ma'am. They have composed, they have written out, and they have like shared it in the chat box.
We didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah, I just didn't want to disturb in between. That's
Yeah.
why.
Okay. So very nice.
Some of them are even ready to sing.
Great.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
we listen
So
to them.
we will go one by one.
Yeah, ma'am. Can we have it now, or can we have it in the
We
end?
can have it now.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. So we'll start with Saranya's, ma'am.
Yes.
Which is Saranya's? The second one?
Hello,
So she
I'm
would have-
Sharanya S.
Yeah.
I've written a poetry that I don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to let
I don't want to. Okay. So, shall I start?
Yes, please.
Yes. Is it in the chat? No.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it
sir.
is
It is in the
there.
chat box.
I don't. Okay.
Hmm.
After Gen C's one, sir.
Yeah.
I don't wanna let anyone know my life story, but I do wanna let you know that I have a life. I don't wanna let everyone know everything about me, but I do wanna let you know that I have my existence. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Wow, that was
you.
wonderful,
So
I should
moving.
say.
Yeah.
It's really.
And we have another poetry written by Devi Shri EM. So let me try to sing that as well.
Yeah.
I lied to my friend that I will stay forever, but I did that never. I'm sorry that I'm a perfect lie. I lied to myself that I will fit into. I lied, and all I did was to live a perfect life. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, very nice. So I lied to my friend that I would stay forever, but I did that never. I'm sorry that I am a perfect lie. I lied to myself that I will fit into. I lied, and all that I did was live a perfect life. That was nice. That was nice.
Thank you, sir.
No, I can screenshot.
Screenshot.
Yeah. I will. Let me screenshot these lyrics, but because it's there. See. So yeah, and can we go to the other ones? Some
So, and one of our students have like heard one of your music, like what you perform now, and she has got some lyrics based on that same tune. She wants to sing that, it seems.
yes, please. Who's that?
She is Kirtana. She's Kirtana, sir.
Yes, please come up with lyrics.
I want to fly to touch the sky, even high. Want to ride, I want to fly. No more cry, free away from the world of high.
Yeah, this is like what we asked you to do, like make a rhyming word. This is nice. This is
Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir.
is it? No.
So thank you so
Yeah.
much for these compositions, and there's
There's
just
one more.
world.
There's
with-
one more, ma'am.
Yeah,
One.
okay.
You gave me the day with a pretty bay where I would lay, and that's what I think.
Sujitra.
Wow. Sujitra. Very nice, Sujitra. Very nice. Very good. And some
Tamil,
Tamil also. கணக்கு பிள்ளை தோட்டத்துல கிழவிக்கு வேலி ஓரத்துல கனகாம்பரம் பூத்திருக்கு பார்க்கும் கண்ணு இருக்கு. Okay, that was nice. Thank you. It's good. Very
Yes,
nice.
sir.
So how are you feeling, students, about this session?
Just I'll pass on the mic, ma'am. Just they'll say.
In the class.
Sir, it is a great honor to find these fields of interest is getting more and more popular among people right now. And I think that literature is something that which indulges art and makes us create our own things. And we should never feel like it is something down or lower than something. But human emotions, and it has to be told, or you have to record your own creations, because I think it matters, and everyone is an artist by birth, but some people are at different levels. That's what I think, sir.
That's what ma'am was saying. Everyone has a voice. Finding your voice.
And I think everybody can write a own book or songs or whatever, but I think it is their need or wanting, and they have to find something peculiar reason to continue it throughout their lives. And I think artists are very important to the world like this, that they can share their emotions with everybody. Thank you, sir.
So sharing the emotions is very important. That could help people,
Yes, sir. Realize about everybody.
heal. Yeah.
Heal. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you,
Sujitra.
Thank you, Sujitra.
So I just want to
So she was Saranya. She was Saranya.
Saranya. Okay, Saranya. Sorry.
Yeah.
all that you have written is very soulful. So
Thank you, ma'am. I've been practicing for some time, so
yeah. So all the thank you, Sujitra.
thank you, ma'am Sharanya.
Saranya.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
All the writings that you've submitted now, all the compositions, each one of them is so soulful.
Thank you, ma'am.
So we
So we continue.
yeah, we
Yeah.
move on.
So we are also enjoying ourselves. So we just we can carry on. So we are playing a song for you, and that song is titled "That's Important to Me." So just sit back and enjoy.
Oh, not this. This is Iron Maiden. I hope you guys liked Iron Maiden. That's very heavy and raw and metal. It's called metal music. Let's get to this.
Day around the TV set, paying our bills and staying out of bed. That's important to me. That's important to me. Opening the windows and letting in air, holding hands when you're saying a prayer. That's important to me. Yeah, that's important to me. Having somebody to share my in a country on the radio. That's important to me. Yeah, that's important to me. Always having you to hold, being beside you when we grow up. They plant us neath that big oak tree. That's important to me. Always having you to hold, being beside you when we grow up. They plant us neath that big oak tree. And even our dreams would take us somewhere. Still being ourselves if we ever get there. That's important to me. That's important to me. Yeah, that's important to me. That's important to me. That's important to me.
So let's sing this together. Maybe you can, if you're in your classroom, you can sing it together. And Isai and I will sing it from this end.
Yeah. Just feel free to sing.
Yeah. Planning a day around the TV set, paying the bills and taking out a debt. That's important to me. Open the windows and letting in air, holding hands when you're saying a prayer. That's important to me. That's important to me. Having somebody sharing my life, loving my husband and being a wife, being the very best mother I can be. That's important to me. Telling the truth and being free, feeding my family a home cooked meal. That's important to me. That's important to me. Loving the garden and watching it grow, keeping it country on the radio. That's important to me. That's important to me. Always having you to hold, being beside you when we grow old. And without us need that big old tree. That's important to me. Always having you to hold, being beside you when we grow old. And they cut us neath that big oak tree. Leaving our dreams will get us somewhere. Still being ourselves if we ever get there. That's important to me. That's important to me. That's important to me. That's important to me.
So,
Yeah, so a small exercise for you. Could you use this structure to write a poem about what's important to you. You can even write a song, but you can surely write a poem, right? So we'll give you a little time,
Yes. 10 minutes? Or
just 5 minutes, just few lines.
yeah. I just one stanza.
A couple of things that are important to you.
Yeah.
So shall we go? Can we hear from you? Are you ready?
Sure, ma'am. We'll ask them to like write up.
So hi, we are back, waiting to see what you
Yes,
have to
ma'am.
share.
Yes, ma'am. We have one or
Slides up.
Yeah, sure, sure. But let's see how they can maybe they think for the song. Like, if it's song we can probably play and sing that.
We'll go through these three and then we'll.
Sure.
What about this one? And then we can. So it's all everything.
excuse me, ma'am. I think one of our students are ready with their composition.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you have heard her before. She's Immaculate Jency, who's prepared this.
Okay.
Holding your hand and walk on the road. I feel the warmth all over the day. All I need you to stay. All I need you to stay.
Okay, so can you type it up? Or you can tell us?
Shall I read it, sir?
You can read it.
Yes,
I'll,
yes.
I'll quickly type it out. So
Okay, okay, sir. Holding your hand.
hold on.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Holding your hand
Okay.
and walk on the road.
Yeah.
I feel the warmth
Okay.
all over the day.
Okay. Then
All I need you to stay.
all I need you to stay.
That's all, sir.
And that repeats. All I
Eh,
need you to stay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All I need you to stay. Okay. Let's ask ma'am about this. She's the one.
You mean all through the day? I feel the warmth all through the day.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All through the day. We sorry, simply
So actually now in this, Gen Z has got the rhythm of that. That's important to me.
yes.
Okay. When I asked people to compose, I thought you will compose with the refrain. That's important to me. So it's fine. So you got, you got the grammar of the music. This is one thing I want to say now is like
Yes, ma'am.
that music is a language, and as much as English is a language or Tamil is a language, music is a language. So everything in life. So when I say finding your voice, I also was thinking about each of our abilities. So we may have a nature connect, we may have connect to art, we may have a connect to music, and that's what we call multiple intelligences. So there are 8 multiple intelligences.
Should I share that?
Okay.
Yeah, we will quickly share it. Yeah. One moment.
So now Gen Z has picked up the rhythm of that's important to me.
Yes.
And she has composed.
Yeah.
Whereas one could just pick up the whole structure of this poem and fit it into that and probably list what is important to you. Okay. So
Yes, ma'am. I
yeah.
think one more student has prepared almost same thing. I'll just give it to her, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I'm Ashika from 2nd M English Literature. I'm here to
Yes.
sing a song.
Okay.
A personal space to love myself, a pack of chips to enjoy a movie that's important to me. A garden of flowers that brings the smile upon my face when I wake up, that's important to me. Everything that's so small is so important to me, is so important to me. That's all, ma'am.
Wonderful.
Very good. Very nice. Very nice. So yeah. So can you share the lyrics, or you can read it out, or I can. Yeah.
Yes, sir. A personal space to love myself.
Hold on. So, what's your name? What's your name? Ashika, no?
Ashika, sir.
Okay.
Personal space.
Personal.
Yes.
Okay.
Space to love myself.
Okay.
A pack of chips.
Okay.
A pack of chips to enjoy a movie.
Okay.
That's important to me.
Okay.
A garden of flowers. that brings the smile upon my face.
One moment,
A
one
garden
moment.
of flowers.
Yes,
Yeah. Garden,
of flowers
flowers,
that brings the smile
brings the smile.
upon
Then?
my face.
Okay.
Upon my face when I wake up.
Then?
That's important to me.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Everything that's so small,
Everything.
that's so small,
Okay.
is so important to me.
Okay.
Is so important to me.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, sir.
That's a lovely composition, Ashika. So you can see how you are inspired by one composition and you come up with your own.
Yes, ma'am.
So, ma'am, so these are a couple of examples of
You can share this.
yeah.
We have Ashika's poem on the screen
Also, Immaculate
and
Genesis.
Immaculate Genesis.
So this is Genesis.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's more like the original song. So hold your hand, all I need is to stay. Yeah, very nice, Gen Z. It was nice. Yeah, I think you could make a song. Maybe
So
change
yeah,
the
we need
lyrics.
to theorize here. You say. So what we are theorizing here is, see, Gen Z has taken the rhythm and she's not taken this. That's important to me.
Yeah,
She's not taken the structure of the literary piece.
yeah.
She's not taken the structure of the poem. She has taken the structure of the music.
Music, yeah.
Okay.
And
made this song. Whereas Ashika has taken the structure of the lyrics.
lyrics.
Okay. And she has composed and she's also brought in the musical element
Yeah,
also.
But she has a different tune. Like
Yes, Ashika has a different tune. Exactly. Ashika has a different tune.
And not that the first poem can't be a different tune. Like Gen Z's poem also can be like, see, like instead of whom you have, or you can do make it some other song only. Like yeah. Something like that. I've just
It's a different tune. It's a different
yeah,
tune.
I just came up with it. So you can whatever you are inspired from, you can actually mask it without people figuring out.
So the key word here is inspiration.
Yeah.
Keyword here is inspiration. And as I said, music has its grammar. So, and English literature, language has grammar. So when we talk about language, there are just two things. Every time, whatever English language teaching approach you take, whether communicative approach, audio linguistic, whatever, in every approach you'll have lexis, syntax, grammar, vocabulary. So either the structure, substance. And when we study literature, we look at theme, that is content, technique, form, content. So this is the pattern, the underlying structure. This is the underlying structure.
Yeah. So Ashika's song. What about Ashika? Wow, you came up with a tune. I kind of it slipped out of my mind because of trying the first one. Can you sing it again?
Yes, sir, sure.
Yeah.
A personal space to love myself, a pack of chips to enjoy a movie that's important to me. A garden of flowers that brings the smile upon my face when I wake up, that's important to me. Everything that's so small is so important to me, is so important to me, is
Oh, nice.
so important to me.
Okay. So it's like a personal space to love myself, a pack of chips to enjoy a movie. That's important to me. No. That's important to me. That's what
So
it
she's
is.
taking
Important
a
to
bit of
me.
Yeah, that's important to me. Not enough fun to bring a smile upon my face when I wake up. That's important to me. Something like that, man. Very nice, very nice. You can make
Thank you,
this a
sir.
song.
So we have one more inspiring song for you, and that's called "A Wonder Like You." We play that.
Yes. Also, I've seen the snow white mountains of Alaska. I've sailed along the rivers of Peru. I've seen the world in all its 7 wonders, but I've never seen a wonder like you. I've stood upon the pyramids of Egypt, far away across the ocean blue. I've seen the island beauties of Hawaii, but I've never seen a beauty like you. I've gazed at the whiteness of Dover. There's not a place I didn't see. Now that my travels are over, I wish you had been there with me. I've seen the pretty dancing girls of Siam, the happy Polynesian people too. But they're not as happy as I am, 'cause they haven't got a wonder like you. I gazed at the whiteness of Dover. There's not a place I didn't see. Now that my travels are over, I wish you had been there with me. I've seen the pretty dancing girls of Siam, the happy Polynesian people too. But they're not as happy as I am, 'cause they haven't got a wonder like you. They haven't got a wonder like you. No, they haven't got a wonder like you. No, they haven't got a wonder like you. You guys can see the slide,
Next, Wonder Like You.
the lyrics. I mean, okay.
So we'll sing together, and Isai will and I will sing
Yeah,
together,
sure,
and
sure.
you can sing at your end.
So it's a simple tune, right? Never seen a wonder like you. Simple tune. I think you would be able to catch it like 1 or 2 times if you try it. Yeah. Maybe start.
Seems the white mountains of Alaska sailed along the rivers of Peru. Seen the world in all its 7 wonders, but I've never seen a wonder like you. Stood upon the pyramids of Egypt, far away across the ocean blue. Seen
sing the pretty dancing girls of Siam. The happy pollination people too. But they're not as happy as I am, 'cause they haven't got a wonder like you. Gaze at the white cliffs of Dover, there's not a place I didn't see. Now that my travels are over, I wish you had been there with me. I've seen the pretty dancing girls of Siam, the happy pollination people too. But they're not as happy as I am, 'cause they haven't got a wonder like you. They haven't got a wonder like you. They haven't got a wonder like you.
So fast. That's right. So did you enjoy the song? Did you enjoy singing it at your end?
Yes, ma'am, we have enjoyed.
Enjoyed singing. So maybe you can compose a few lines. It need not be a song, it can be a poem. I want to emphasize that because your forte may be poetry writing. You may not, don't push yourself to write a song. If it comes in the form of a poem, it's in the form of a poem. If it comes in the form of a song, it's in the form of a song, right?
Yes.
So don't try to push yourself into anything. So either a lyrical, musical composition or a poem with the refrain, I have not seen a wonder like. So it may be I've not seen a wonder like my mother. I've not seen a wonder like my friend. Okay. So I will give you a little time for composition.
Yeah. So would you want to give an example of your song? Ma'am? You
Okay.
made a
Okay.
song?
Yeah. We can share that.
Huh?
Yeah.
So ma'am has made a song keeping this as the structure. Oh, it's there in the thing.
It's in the PPT.
It's in the PPT. So this is what
Yeah.
ma'am has made for.
Yes, a few
colleague.
years ago, my colleague, Mrs. Tamilarsi, retired, and she's a wonderful person, like an older sister. And I just felt that I would miss her so much. And I composed this song. Shouldn't say I composed. I fitted in lyrics to the tune of A Wonder Like You. So the title of the song is A Wonder Like You, Tamilarsi. Okay. And I put a lot of the attributes of Tamilarsi. So I'll sing it.
Yeah, on the original key. The original
Oh.
key. That's it. Sang original key.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Wait, okay.
I've seen so many teachers down the ages, scholars erudite professors too. Some of them innovative just like you, but I've never seen a teacher like you. I've seen sorry-clad beauties all my life, from every part of the subcontinent. But you're the essential South Indian. No, I've never seen a beauty like you. I've dined in the fairest of places, no dish like what you tonight. So warm and so loving a person, I wish you could be down for us. I've seen the way people relate to each other, generous at times but grudging too. But you never harbor grudge or grievance. You're a wonderful and amiable one. I dive in the best of places, no dish like what you turn around. So warm and so loving a person, I wish you would be here for us. I've seen the way people relate
Good. So this is an example for you to construct. You need not do a whole song or a big poem. You can give them a frame of
Yeah, so you can
stanzas.
use you can use the musical framework, or you can just use the structure of the poem, the structure of the lyrics, and you can take your time to write. And as I said, it's about self-expression, students. So this is what we do even in our language teaching classes. We give them a structure and use that to leverage self-expression. So this is also what we do in our sing along and learn English. We take the refrain or we take a structure and we tell them to express something from their own lives in that structure. So you can come up with your own expressions, and so your experience can find expression now. So be at it.
How much time?
Yes, we'll.
Wait for 5
Yeah,
minutes?
we'll disappear for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. I think I think Gen Z is once again ready with her composition.
Late.
Gen Z is ready with her composition, sir. Can we ask her to perform? Yes, sir. It's muted.
Yeah, please. Sorry, I thought
Yeah.
it was.
Okay, sir.
Shall I, sir?
Yes, please.
I have. Sorry. I have seen the mountain far away, the rising down of the sun. All I could ever feel tell you is I have never seen a wonder like you. I never seen a wonder like you.
Okay. Can we type out the lyrics? So we could
Shall
try
I?
it. Yeah. Okay. So what we do is
Get to your
Just stuck now. Also, just one minute. Okay, I'll go to the last one. Yes, Jency, tell me the lyrics. Let me type it out.
Jency?
Ma'am, she's just typing it out, ma'am.
Oh, she's typing it? Okay, she
Yes,
can.
yes.
She can tell us what it is we'll type.
Yeah, ma'am, I think she has sent it, ma'am.
Oh, she's,
I have posted in the chat box, sir.
okay, right.
Immaculate Jency. Yes.
Okay, so it's like I have seen the mountains. Rise at dawn. Okay, so how do we do this? So what we can do is we can extend few words like I have seen the mountain. No, I have seen the mountain.
This is her composition.
Yeah. So this could be like I have seen the mountain far away. We can change it like rising down on the sun. Something like that. We can
Yeah,
change
that's
it.
great. Yeah. So he's saying that you could change the music for it. Okay. So we are actually.
You can add a few words. I have seen the mountain far away from wherever. I know the rise and down of sun in all times. Okay, that's just giving you ideas.
So actually today we are dealing with two languages.
Yeah.
Music and English.
So all I could tell you now is or something like that. Tell you now is I've never seen a wonder. If you were to fit that, I'm just saying it from my.
There's Surya, the way your eyes trace. Yes, Surya.
Ma'am, it's actually, I think, Aisha Jumana's, ma'am. She has written it, but Surya has like just posted it through her mobile phone.
We can put Aisha's also.
Yes, ma'am.
The way your eyes trace.
Would Aisha like to read it or?
Ma'am, I'll just ask her to, ma'am.
This is nice.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, sir. I would like to read it, sir. I'm not good at singing. Let me read it, sir.
This is a
poem. Either a poem or a song.
A poem, ma'am. Poem. The way your eyes trace, it knows to read my face. Your words are my embrace. Your presence is heaven. Who said wonders count only 7?
Oh, that was amazing, Aisha.
So you can see the words rhyme there. Trace, face, and trace, and then there's a couplet there. Heaven.
Yeah.
And 7.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a couplet. I before coming to this session, I kind of went through like what is a 5-line poetry. I think it's called quintet. So you have 5 lines in your poem, so it's a quintet. So it necessarily not be a 5. You can make it 6, 7 according to your That's your voice. That's her voice, ma'am. Finally, I mean, she has found her voice.
So anyhow, in your MA and BA, you would have learned about the different genres of poetry, elegy, ode, then the sonnet, 14 lines, Spenserian sonnet, Shakespearean sonnet. So, uh, you know, the art of composing rests on the art of appreciate. So when you learn to appreciate, the structure, the composition, the attributes of that text get embedded in your mind, and in a moment of inspiration, somehow all that is deeply embedded in your mind uh, comes to your aid, and you have your own composition coming out. Okay, so we have learned so many rhymes from our childhood, and the practice of finding rhyming words suddenly results in a poem like this.
Yes. And this is very nice. She's got a first three lines rhyme with each other. That's A, and then B. So it's like it's got a pattern.
It's a pattern.
If you were to continue, you would continue in the same
A.
B. You would go like that.
And then here in terms of, voice, the way that Professor Pajani put his finger on my phone and put his finger on a few lines and said, "This is your voice." This is her voice I seen. Who said wonders count only 7? So this is her uniqueness, her unique thought that there are not. She's challenging that idea of 7 wonders of the world. Who said there are only 7
Yeah,
wonders?
that's more like I've never seen a wonder like you.
Yeah. So now I have never seen a wonder like you. She got inspired by that song, but she didn't take that exact structure, but she transformed it and she brought out this expression. Who said? So the word wonder is what inspired us. So she said, who said there are only 7 wonders?
Very nice. Anyone else?
So shall we move to our next?
Yeah,
thing?
next song. Yeah, because we have to wind up. Yeah.
So we have one more song. Are you ready for one more song? Now we looked at structures. So far we looked at, a refrain, a wonder like you, that's important to me. Can you share my PPT?
Yeah.
There are so many things that I said appreciation. When you appreciate a text, it is your training ground to compose a text. Appreciation makes you a person who can compose a text. So,
This
imagery, this one,
right?
So, talking about the voice as a whole. What do you gain through your appreciation of poetry? So when you were trained in your first year of literature, you study literary terms. Okay. And when you were taught to appreciate a poem, your teachers taught you imagery, symbolism, and then about how to appreciate within the sound. Consonants, sounds.
Yeah.
Then we see the use of figurative language, metaphors, similes, idioms. These are things that are known to you, so I will not go deeply into that. I just want to remind you that you can, when you appreciate these things, you can also create these things. You can also bring these things into your creation. You can bring in imagery, symbolism, figurative language. And today we are going to do an exercise in the use of figurative language. So we'll give you a song which has similes. Yes. Close this.
Okay.
We've already finished this.
So you might have heard this song before.
As sly as a fox, as strong as an ox, as fast as a hare, as brave as a bear, as free as a bird, as neat as a word, as quiet as a mouse, as big as a house. I wanna be. I wanna be. Oh, I wanna be. Everything. As mean as a wolf, as sharp as a tooth, as deep as a bite, as dark as the night, as sweet as a song, as right as a wrong, as long as a road, as ugly as a toad, as pretty as a picture hanging from a fixture, strong like a family, strong as I wanna be, bright as day, as light as day, as hard as nails, as grand as a whale. I wanna be. Oh, I wanna be. I wanna be. It's everything, everything at once, everything at As warm as the sun, as silly as fun, as cool as a tree, as scary as the sea, as hot as fire, cold as ice, sweet as sugar and everything nice, as old as time, as straight as a line, as royal as a queen, as buzzed as a bee, as stealth as a tiger, smooth as a glider, pure as a melody, pure as I wanna be. I wanna be. Oh, I wanna be. I wanna be. It's everything, everything at once.
So you notice the obvious structure there, similes. As sly as a fox, as strong as an ox. And the composer of the song says, this is all I want to be. I want to be everything at once. So use this to leverage your own self-expression. Use similes, and I will not try to straitjacket you into any particular kind of expression. So I would encourage you to use similes to create your poem. You can go ahead.
We'll get back in 5 minutes.
We'll get back in 5 minutes. We'll keep it on the screen so that it can be like a point of reference.
Sir, excuse me, sir. So I think one of our students is ready with their composition, sir. Can we ask her to perform?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Kritika.
Ma'am, sorry, sir. This is Suchitra.
Hi, Sujitra.
Sir, I have prepared my own poem according to what was played last. Shall I?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. As tall as the peak, as quick as the thunder. I wanna be panda. As pretty as the nature, as heel as the mother. I wanna be everything. And thank you, sir.
That's great. That's great. I mean, I could hear as pretty as the nature. What did you hear? Because we are not really
quite
audible.
Yeah. So
So if you
maybe you can read it out.
yeah, you can read it out.
Yes, sir. As tall as the peak, as quick as the thunder, I wanna be Wanda. As pretty as the nature, as heel as the mother, I wanna be everything.
Wonderful.
Very nice. Very good, Kritika. Very nice. Great.
Sir, this is Suchitra, sir.
Suchitra.
Sorry, Suchitra. Sorry, ma.
It's okay.
One more student has come with her
Yes.
composition. We'll just ask her also, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Priya.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hi, sir. This is Priya.
Yes, Priya.
Ma'am, sir, I have written some lines which you have played the song before. May I, sir?
Yes, please.
May I read it, sir?
Yeah, please read it, ma.
As love as life, I gave it to you. As smooth as your embrace, I got it from you. I love, I fall for you so much, I wanted to show. I know that I want to be you.
Oh wow.
Very nice.
I
Very
wanna be
nice.
you.
I want you. Very good. Very good. Very good, ma. Very nice, Priya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Anyone else?
So Jency, once again, she's ready with her composition.
Come on, Jency.
So shall I?
Please,
Yes,
ma.
yes,
Please.
yes.
You're waiting.
As quiet as a thief, as still as a spy, as calm as a monk, as strict as a teacher, as great as a leader. Oh, I wanna be. Oh, I wanna be everything. Thank you, sir.
Very nice.
Thank you, sir.
As strict as a teacher, it seems, ma'am. That's for you, ma'am. Thank you, Jency. It was nice.
So I hope you enjoyed this session. And
Anyone else?
So Priya wants to sing what she had written. She
Yeah,
just
Please
read
come
out.
So may I, sir?
Please, ma. Come on.
As love as a life, I gave it to you. As smooth as your embrace, I got it from you. I love for you so much, I wanted to show that I know you want me. I know you want me. I wanna be. I wanna be everything you need.
so you can see how you are coming up with your own creations. Or I want to be everything at once is thing, but here I want to be everything you need.
I want
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
you.
I want to be you.
Someone came up with that. I want to be. I don't know. I want to be you. As magic as Hogwarts, as king as Dumbledore. Huge as
Yeah, from the Harry Potter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is a nice Aisha. So in conclusion, I think we had a very nice time. but sometimes we need to give a little honest feedback. So students try to be grammatically correct, and here and there in some of the compositions a little,
Yeah.
we noticed that. And so work on your grammar as well, and because you have such fantastic ideas and thoughts, creative thoughts. So do see that your compositions, you use the right prepositions. Sometimes many people say, I would like to speak with you. I would like to speak to you.
Yeah.
Right. So please work on that as well. And if you work on that, you're perfect. So find your voice.
Yes.
And be empowered, be emotionally empowered, socially empowered, be your confident self, and transform all your experiences, good, bad, happy, sad, to expression. And may you enjoy the best of emotional well-being and health. And this is a wish from
Both of us. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. That you made it easy for me. I can just say thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for that.
I really wish I could connect with you guys again in some other occasion. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. We'll see to that.
Okay, we'll sign off. Take care. Bye bye.
So can we have a like official vote of thanks as such?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure.
Good afternoon to everyone. I deem it a great privilege to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of PG Research Department of English. Thank you is just a too simple word, but it has such profound meaning, which bestows the honor and consummation to the desired people. In this way, I'm indebted to extend my sincere gratitude to our distinguished and illustrious chief guest, Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan, Associate Professor in the Department of English, Queen's Mary's College, and Mr. Isai Amudan, a musician and guitarist who have crowned this occasion. Madam, sir, really it's an outstanding and charismatic session. Your enthusiastic performance brings exquisitely colorful outcomes. Literature is the mirror of life, whereas music is life itself. These words substantiate your innovative methodology of teaching and learning. Sing along and learning. Madam, you have explained ingeniously how the upcoming composer find their voices to create harmony in poetry by resonating with the thinking attributes of voices and the self-expressions, how the expressions that translates into the experiences and how we want to connect with your listeners. Ma'am, really your voice of the poem is mellifluous and tuneful. Sir, today we assimilated easily the elements in terms of music, the rhythm, the meter, the melody to your live performance. Also, we feel delighted and obliged that you have inspired our students to exhibit their hidden talents harmoniously. Madam, sir, really we have to admit that today's session is not only sonorous and effective, also it created hilarious and refreshing ambience. Once again, I thank you, everyone present here, to make this session remarkable one. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. Take bye, guys.
Feedback form is shared in the Zoom and YouTube chat box and also in WhatsApp. Kindly fill it in due time. Let us all gather at 2:15 p.m. for the